Stephanie from Southern Couture, and we just recently wrapped up the One Another card set study from Brave Little Tailor and Illustrated Faith, and I've talked about it on here before. I will leave links down below in the description, but if you are brand new to this whole One Another's and you have no clue about it, head over to those videos as well, and that way you'll see a little bit more about the cards, where you can grab them, and all those real specific details. But today I'm going to just do a fun little flip through showing you my cards that I did for my Heidi Swap MemoryDex box, and I have all of my entries that I did in my Bible, because I did an entry on a card and also in my Bible. And all those entries are saved on my Instagram highlights. So I will leave a link down below to my Instagram, so you can go check those out if you want to see all the entries in my Encourage devotional Bible. That's the one that I used this time. And then I'll show you what I did in this little traveler's notebook that was from Illustrated Faith as well. So before I get started, I get a lot of questions asking me where I got this MemoryDex box, and I love the black and white stripes. It is Heidi Swap brand. I know you can get them at Joann, but some people, or a lot of people actually, have a really hard time finding them. I think some stores people find them, other stores it's like they're nowhere to be found, or they've been clearanced out and no longer being sold. So I will say, if you can't find it and you can't find it online and you like the whole idea, here is a great option that I want to just go ahead and throw out there. This is a wooden MemoryDex box. It is beautiful. It is got even like these little solid wood inserts to go in here, this little tag on the, or this tag or label holder on the front, where you could, you know, put something that you wanted if you're doing a certain study in here to label it. And these are from Etsy. You can get this specific one on Etsy, and the name of the shop is Precious Memory Boxes. I'm going to leave a link to them down below in the description. And they did send to me one so that I could look at it and see what I thought. If I wanted to share it, I could, if you know, and if I wasn't so crazy about it, I didn't have to, but I automatically wanted to share it because it is beautiful. The quality is amazing. It's a handcrafted wood that this lady that owns the shop, her and her husband, make these, and it's all handmade. It's got this sturdy bottom to it. Like I said, these inserts are great, and the cards, these are just some blank cards. It doesn't come with the cards, so I don't want to make you think that they do by showing you. These are just some I had that I popped in here. Pop in very easily. They move around nicely, and so I think you'll love it. The price for the box is like extremely inexpensive and affordable, considering that these are all handcrafted and the quality is so great. So just throwing that out there. I love the box. I wouldn't share it with y'all if I didn't love it, and I didn't think it would be a good option or a resource for you. So if you are interested, I encourage you to head over and support this little shop. I love it, and I think you will too, which is why I wanted to share that box with y'all. Okay, so I want to talk about the One Another's just for a second. Y'all wanted to see a roundup when I started introducing this and talking about the set. And so all of, like I said, my entries in my Bible are over on my Instagram page. And then the Illustrated Faith shop had a bundle you could get, or you could buy the items separate, with the little One Another's themed traveler's notebook. It also had a roll of washi that I used, that you'll see throughout here, and then a stamp set. And so I've used all those elements, and I just loved it. You can still grab them over in their shop, I believe. So head over there. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you're interested. It's never too late to jump in and get started. So it had like these little colored pages at the front, and then the rest were blank. And what I did was I went through each day and just wrote scripture for that day. I really wanted it to be a scripture writing for me, and so that's what I did. I just wrote tons of scripture, and when I needed extra space, I did tip-ins. Now, some of the scriptures may have been longer, and I didn't add you know, I didn't do all of those. If they were really long, I would just pick the ones that stood out to me. But I loved using like the little pom-pom banner type stamp that was in the stamp set. This little dolly was part of the stamp set. Here was that washi tape that was part of it, of their bundle. And I just loved it. The cherry stamp. This little flag pendant stamp was also part of the stamp set. I liked using it some to label each day. And then I just embellished the pages maybe with a little bit of washi, maybe some of the stickers set or elements that came with the printable cards or they came as an add-on. And just kept it fun and simple, and a place really just to focus on scripture writing. So just an idea if you haven't started and you want to, or you want to go back and write the scriptures, that would be a fun way to do that. And then this was my little clip that I added some ribbon to just keep my place in the notebook. So I'm going to flip through and show them all to you. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. Okay, I put the little title in there, and then added these little cherry printables. And then each day what I would do is I would have like day 1 and use the card and put it in here. And then I would have that like as a label for day 1, and then I would go back and make my own card. Now I talk about all the supplies and things like that that I'm using in that other video where I showed and talked more about the card set and the supplies I pulled, so I'm not going to go into all that detail. I really just want to do a fun little flip through to kind of give you some ideas for maybe working through it if you haven't already and you would like to. Now on the big card, like I would have the card for that day with the scripture references, and then down at the bottom or the next card I would put a piece of, like, this is a grid index card or some kind of paper, and write out, like, usually it was the first scripture that was on that card, which is where I would normally go to do my Bible journaling. So I would just write out that one scripture on these. And I just had so much fun with it. I would write little notes or things maybe that stood out to me. I loved adding the little doilies. Just such a fun way to work through a card set that Taylor does with these little MemoryDex cards. So I love that you could go back, flip through them, look at them. I love how it gets all bunched and thick, and with all these fun elements sticking out, and just a cool way, like I said, just to go through and study scripture. So I added like ribbon pieces. I added the baker's twine in different colors, the ribbon, and a lot of times I just stapled it in. I have a Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I just stapled it right in there, keeping it as simple as possible, not having to pull out like a glue gun or anything like that to attach the ribbon. And I love how these just kind of pop out as well. So fun. I love it. And a lot of the elements you see that I've used are from the printable set that's like an add-on extra that you can get from the Print and Pray shop as well. So cute. I love this with the ribbon at the bottom and the little dolly. I thought that was so fun. And it starts getting really thick. You'll be surprised how quick you build up your little box once you start working through your cards. So I loved this with the little lemon and putting a little tag on there with the bow. And this one, humility, using those alphabet stickers. So let me know too in the comments. I would love to know what or how did you work through this set if you did. Did you do like scripture writing in the Traveler's Notebook? Did you do MemoryDex? Did you do Bible journaling entries? Maybe you did a combination. I would love to know. It's always fun to see how other people are working through studies. I love to see ideas and have some inspiration to kind of go from there when we do another study. And this time I did my Bible entries in my Encourage devotional Bible, which I love that Bible so much. Y'all know I do. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen the Bible. It's amazing, and I loved doing like little mini entries in it. It just made for a fun and different type of Bible journaling, which I think it's fun to kind of mix it up sometimes and keep it more fresh. Loved this one, that little blueberry pie or whatever is so cute. And then almost done, day 27, be devoted. And see, I'm just keeping it real simple. These are actually like little speech bubbles and the grid blocks that I have in my Etsy shop that I'll have a link to it down below. I printed these in like the half mini size, and I love how that turned out and just kind of stacked and layered them. And I have, you know, a whole bunch of printables that do coordinate with this card set that I used if you're interested. And then this one was also one of my favorites. I love the cake plate with that huge stack of cakes. So cute. and how we had the matching elements that Taylor designed over there to use to go along with it. So those are all of my cards that I did for the one another's. I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. I hope you'll work through the set. If you haven't already, maybe this will be an encouragement to you to dive in. These card set studies, even though we may all start them out maybe on the same day as a community, they are meant for anybody to jump in at any time. So head over to Illustrated Faith's shop if you haven't already. Grab your card set. She has the little add-ons with the different elements, and like these are the patterned papers that you could get, and you could cut out and make your own MemoryDex cards. I did trace and cut out a lot of my the little notches here to put it into the MemoryDex. But I now have the Heidi Swap MemoryDex punch because it got re-released. It had been, I think, retired, and they brought it back. And so I got mine from By the Well for God Etsy shop. If you haven't checked out the shop, another great shop with lots and lots of supplies and fun stuff there. And you can get one of the memory punches. They also always send a little goodie bag thing with extras. And I just think it's such a fun, sweet way to support other, small businesses and shops. So head over and get the MemoryDex punch because it is a huge lifesaver. Trust me, going through and cutting and tracing all of these cards took a little time, not too much, but the punch would have made it a lot quicker. It just wasn't available yet. And then head over to Precious Memory Box's Etsy shop if you're interested in this little wood memory box. I forgot to mention, it also comes in a darker wood color and plain white. So if you want something different, the white maybe that's more sleek, or the darker wood, I think that would be great. I just happen to love this and how this contrasted with the like this little black and white there. So I will have links down below to all of these items and resources, and anything that you're interested in. Just let me know if I missed something in the comments below, and I'll make sure to follow up with that if I need to. Have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all again soon. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, and hit that little bell icon so that you will know when the next video is out. I appreciate all y'all's love and support all the time. It overwhelms me a lot how loving y'all are and so supportive, and I just hope that this will be a great way to encourage you to go through the cards if you haven't already and give you some ideas too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.